Hey everyone, so we're in our new module and we're talking about rational expressions. And our goal by the time we get through the next couple of modules is to learn how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide rational expressions, fractions, just like you learned how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide polynomial expressions. Now, before you can actually jump in and do the operations, we first got to learn how to simplify a rational expression. And the word simplify means to do the operation you see. So seeing that we're going to be dealing with rational expressions, which are fractions, fractions have a division bar. That fraction bar is division. So every time you write a fraction, you put the fraction bar, you're talking about doing the operation of division. When you're told to simplify a rational expression, a fraction, you're asked to get that fraction in lowest terms, which means to divide both the numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor, the most they have in common. You will know you have your fraction in lowest terms because the numerator and denominator will only have in common then a GCF of 1. When you reduce your fraction and simplify it, that new fraction you get is equivalent or equal to the original. Equivalent means they may not look the same, but they have the same value. So let's talk about fractions from arithmetic. Because in order to do algebra, you have to understand arithmetic. So you put your calculators up because they're of no use to you in this chapter. You have to understand how to work fractions on paper. So let's go back to elementary school and talk about the fraction 4/8. 4/8 is a fraction. It's 4 divided by 8. Is it in lowest terms? No, because both 4 and 8 have a greatest common factor. So we go back. What are the factors of 4? Well, remember, factor means rewrite it as multiplication. The factors of 4 are 1 and 4, 2 and 2. What are the factors of 8? They are 1 and 8, 2 and 4. I want the greatest factor they have in common. Is it a 2? No. Now, 2 will reduce the fraction, but it won't get it in lowest terms as low as it goes. You always want the greatest common factor. And the greatest common factor of 4 and 8 is a 4. So what we're about to do is reduce or simplify this fraction. We're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by the GCF. So if we take 4/8 and we divide by 4/4, that will give us 1/2. Everybody agree with that? Awesome. Now, why does that work? The reason why that works is when you physically divide by 4/4, what does the expression 4/4 really mean? Well, 4/4 means 4 divided by 4, which is 1. So when we divide by 1 from 3rd grade math, we learn we don't change the value of your answer. 5 divided by 1 is 5. -8 divided by 1 is -8. So when you take 4/8 and you divide it by 4/4 and you get the 1/2, even though those two fractions look different, they have the same value. If you look at the slide, I have a picture drawn. I have a picture drawn of 4/8. It means take a whole object, whether it be a circle or a square, rectangle, divide it into 8 equal parts, and shade in 4 parts of 8. If I said draw me a picture of a half, that would mean take your whole object, divide it into 2 equal parts, and color in 1 part. And if you look physically, when you color in 4 pieces out of 8, that is exactly the same as coloring 1 piece out of 2. That's why those two fractions are equivalent. Even though 4/8 and 1/2 don't look the same, they mean the same amount. They have the same value. So that's why we're allowed to reduce fractions, because by dividing the numerator and the denominator by the same GCF, you're preserving the value. Now, we have to take this concept and practice it a little bit more in arithmetic before we can get to algebra. So I'll see you in the video.